he built the most beautiful building in the world for his dead wife. It took 22 years and 20,000 workers. White marble was hauled from Rajasthan. Jade came from China. Turquoise from Tibet. Sapphires from Sri Lanka. 28 types of precious stones were inlaid into the walls. The minarets lean slightly outward so that if they fall in an earthquake, they fall away from the tomb. He thought of everything. He wanted it to last forever. Her name was Mumtaz Mahal. She died in 1631, giving birth to their 14th child. He was beside her when it happened. He reportedly did not speak for a week. He was Shah Jahan, the 5th emperor of the Mughal Empire. He ruled over 150 million people. He commanded armies that could destroy cities. When the woman he called the chosen one of the palace died, none of that mattered. He built her the Taj Mahal, and then his son locked him in a tower where the only thing he could see was her tomb. Shah Jahan was born in 1592, son of Emperor Jahangir. He was his father's favorite, skilled in battle, educated, obsessed with architecture and beauty in a way rare among Mughal rulers. He married Arjumand Banu Begum when he was 19. She would be known to history as Mumtaz Mahal, jewel of the palace. He had other wives. He had concubines, as was expected of Mughal emperors. None of them mattered to him the way she did. She traveled with him on military campaigns. She advised his political decisions. She bore 14 children over 19 years of marriage. She died delivering the last one, June 17th, 1631. Shah Jahan was at her bedside in a military encampment in Burhanpur. Her last request, according to the court chronicles, was a monument, not small, something worthy of what she had been to him. Shah Jahan gathered the best architects from Persia, Central Asia, and across the Mughal world. The principal architect was likely Ustad Ahmad Lahori, though Shah Jahan himself is said to have been closely involved in the design. The Taj Mahal sits on a raised marble platform at the edge of the Yamuna River. Its symmetry is almost mathematically perfect. The main dome is 73 meters high. 4 minarets frame the central structure, built with that slight outward lean, so that earthquakes would carry them away from the tomb, not into it. Construction began in 1632. It was largely complete by 1648, with the surrounding complex finished by 1653. Shah Jahan had planned one more thing, a second mausoleum for himself, to be built in black marble on the opposite bank of the Yamuna River, connected to the White Taj by a bridge. The Black Taj, mirror image of the White one. It was never built. Shah Jahan had 4 sons. The eldest, Dara Shikoh, was liberal, intellectual, his father's chosen successor. The third son, Aurangzeb, was militaristic, deeply conservative, and patient. In 1657, Shah Jahan fell seriously ill. His sons took it as a signal. A war of succession began before the emperor had died. Aurangzeb was the most ruthless. He defeated his brothers one by one. He had Dara Shikoh captured, paraded through the streets of Delhi in chains, and executed. He killed his other brothers as well. In 1658, Aurangzeb declared himself emperor. Shah Jahan was not dead. He had recovered from his illness. It made no difference. Aurangzeb confined his father to the Musamman Burj, the octagonal tower in Agra Fort. It was not a dungeon. It had marble walls, attendants, and a direct view of the Yamuna River. and from every window that faced south, Shah Jahan could see the Taj Mahal. He spent 8 years in that tower. There is a story, possibly embellished over the centuries, that Shah Jahan had a small mirror positioned so he could see the Taj Mahal's reflection when he could no longer stand at the window. The mirror story cannot be confirmed in primary sources, but the view is not a legend. The Musamman Burj faces directly toward the Taj Mahal. Any emperor confined there would see it every day. His daughter Jahanara chose to stay with him. She could have left. Aurangzeb gave her that option. She refused. She spent 8 years caring for her imprisoned father. Shah Jahan died on January 22nd, 1666. He was 74 years old. He had been confined for 8 years. His body was placed on a boat and carried along the Yamuna River to the Taj Mahal. He was buried beside Mumtaz Mahal in the tomb he had built for her. The monument he designed as hers became his own. Aurangzeb ruled for another 49 years after imprisoning his father. He expanded the Mughal Empire to its largest territorial extent in history. He also drove it toward collapse. His endless military campaigns depleted the treasury. His religious policies inflamed rebellion across the subcontinent. The empire fragmented in the decades after his death. Some historians argue Aurangzeb's decision to confine Shah Jahan was political calculation, not cruelty. A deposed emperor still alive is a rival, a rallying point for enemies. By confining rather than killing his father, Aurangzeb made a pragmatic choice. What historians rarely explain is why the confinement happened at Agra Fort specifically. The one location in the empire where the confined man would spend every day looking at the monument he had spent 22 years building for his grief. Whether that was deliberate or coincidental, the sources do not say. Jahanara, who stayed with her father until he died, was buried at her own request, in a simple open-air grave in Delhi. No dome, no monument, no inlaid stone. The inscription she chose reads, "Let no canopy but the green grass cover my grave." If you want to know the kind of history that doesn't make it into the textbook summary, the emperors who built monuments for dead wives and ended up buried inside them. The sons who locked up fathers, the daughters who chose prison over palaces. That's what the Dragon Throne covers. Subscribe, and we'll keep going.